This moment, underdogs emerge.
A tradition started back in 1967 has now reached its diamond anniversary. And off we go in Super Bowl 60. He's brought down just inside the 25. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. They're brought out by former #1 pick who always plays with energy and passion, Baker Mayfield.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles. that we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness. But I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
Hits him on the out route. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Irving on the inside give. Wasn't a fan of what was ahead there, Brock, but the bounce outside doesn't fare any better. He gets a lone yard at second down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if we see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Baker now from the gun. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Tight end going in motion here. Third and short, Mayfield. He's got his man, it's Auden. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Pick up a 5 on that play, and that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Baker now. Dump off caught by his back. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Bucs have the first. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Mayfield. Nice run across the 15. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
From the red zone now. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Buccaneers finish up an excellent opening series. Baker Mayfield a touchdown. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Rams, nothing.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Blake Corum now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And leading them out is one of the game's all-time leading passers. The top pick back in 2009. Still going strong. It's Matthew Stafford.
Kate, I can only imagine what's running through his mind right now. What an arduous fight across the entire NFC postseason to get to this moment. I think this is one of those moments that you just go back in that backyard as a kid, and you close your eyes and you dreamed of when you were little, and you're living in it right now.
Finds him over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Rams have the first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down throw here for Stafford. The left side taken in by Adams. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Has him on a quick hitter. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Straight ahead with Williams. This is going to be down to about the opposing 36 for their next snap. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
First down, Rams.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. It doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground with Williams. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. 7-0 is our score. More from Santa Clara coming up. This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Man, that's McCoy. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Giving 8 on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Los Angeles.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Throwing now on first down, Stafford. Throwing the out route complete. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Williams. Can't quite pass that line. They stop him at the 3.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Here's Stafford. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. The Rams finish up their opening drive. All right, so we're already into the 2nd quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as frequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are perfect 1-for-1.
Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams start off well to tie things 7-7. We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Johnson with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Buccaneer offense getting out there for their 2nd drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Irving. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Outside, this is a blue cut. He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Third down, they need 7. Throw here, 3rd down. Got a man, this is Evans. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On again, this is Irving. And he picks up 5 on that 1st down run, brings up 2nd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Off the play fake, here's Mayfield. Grabbed by Chris Godwin. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route. And then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
He's going to be taken down at the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Super Bowl 60 and Santa Clara in just a moment. Mayfield now from the gun. Hits the slant. And that is a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get some late points and the lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7.
14, Rams 7.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Here's Jordan Whittington on the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Finds his back, Aaron Williams. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
So first down from the 41. They send a man in motion. 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes are reading you like a book.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. It's Stafford once more. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He skids down inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
When you throw that comeback route versus zone, you have to see the underneath defenders. It's frankly easier, Kate, to throw it versus man-to-man. You know where everybody is. But in zone, you better trust your eyes underneath. And when you do, there's completions like that to be had.
Give to Williams from the gun. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. the line they go. It's second down. Stafford from the gun. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythm. Truly, rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Scott slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record, Brock. 25 straight completions to begin a game. He's making a bid for it.
Matthew Stafford scrambles from the pocket. A gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down.
Just 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout. Only 2 seconds left in the half, so on comes the field goal unit. He'll try to connect on a 50-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So that is 2 quarters in the books here at Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. Now over to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our 2 teams here, no doubt, made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our third quarter. Final halftime adjustments of the season are out of the way. It's time to put them into action here. Quarter 3 of the Super Bowl is underway. Whittington now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Los Angeles getting its offense set to go to begin the third. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Trips right here. 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Williams. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Could lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Play action now for Stafford. Well, right side, caught by Smith. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Give him 13 on that play. And the Rams have the first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the 2 of them.
They've got first down here from the 36. Up the gut they go with Williams. Kicked it outside, found himself about 4 yards as a result. It's 2nd down.
Taken down.
Humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Stafford now. Completed left side to Smith. And before he can reach the first, he's stopped. But this is close. Ball up to the 45-yard line.
And it's 3rd down.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Hits his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Fall forward, and I think you've got this first down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches. Now it's Williams. And that short gain is enough for a new set it down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
1st and 10 from the 32. Another run for Williams. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. So let's examine this flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. They send the tight end in motion. Stafford back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 28.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap to Stafford. It is caught left side. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Rams.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and goal. Here's Williams. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Screen here for Williams. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
This is a pivotal moment on the game's biggest stage, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Brought in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. It's just 21 yards down the pipe. Mevis able to knock it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Things trimmed back down to finish off and away. On the return, here comes Sean Tucker. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Sean Tucker on the return. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. Irvin on the counter. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought for that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings it.
Hard to believe, but just one quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. It's the Buccaneers with the ball, closing in on a 3rd ever title. Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Baker now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
To Chris Godwin. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Six yards to go here. It's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Setting up the running back screen. This is not going to get it done on 3rd down. They catch it behind the line. This goes for a loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Bucs getting set up to punt now on 4th down. On comes Riley Dixon. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Out come the Rams on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First down now, ball at the 33. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. He's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. On the handoff, this is Williams. And all he can get is a yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down.
Taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. They'll turn to Corum on 3rd down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a BYO big play. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
1st and 10 now from the 46. We pick the handoff now, Sanford. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
6 yards.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
To throw, Stafford. Finds a man, right side. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
Complete to
Well, he saw his
Colby
guys
Robinson.
pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Hits him on the out route. And he nearly gets him another 1st down as they force him out just shy of the marker.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing. You get the ball out on time and on rhythm. These outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Give to Corum from the gun. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Rams down by only 1. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. We put a receiver in motion left. On the play fake, here's Stafford. He brings it in. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams have taken the lead late. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have won. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
So as we expected, they're lining up to go for 2 here and a 7-point advantage.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point
Back to
conversion.
throw. And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. Would have felt more comfortable, obviously, with a 7-point lead, but they have to settle for 5.
14.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Tucker now on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Tampa Bay are ready to head out to the field. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this 4th quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Setting up to pass. He takes it himself. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. He'll look to throw it. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Here he is to throw. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. Second down coming up. Well, those are the looks they have hoped would open up by this point in the game, Brock, but still got some guys sitting on those throws, and they nearly made a splash play.
You know as a quarterback when you throw in the middle of the field, there's just simply more defenders in harm's way, and you've got to see that window open. He got away with one there.
On second and 10, Field again. Throwing the out route complete. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's a gain of 3.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Let's see what they draw up on these 3rd and 7. Looking to throw it. It's complete. This is Anguka. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your team.
Now hang on. They want to take another look at this play, and a very important call coming up late in this game. Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens, because you've got to make that transition from college, where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You've got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they sent it to a second set of eyes in New York, and the call on the field is confirmed. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Irving on the inside give. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. We motion the tight end over. From the gun, Mayfield. This one's caught. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Baker leading the Bucks up to the line. They're going for 2.
The Bucks will set up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They wanted that 3-point cushion. We all knew what they were doing, be able to maybe breathe a little bit easier. Now got to keep them outside of field goal range, partner, because a kick would win this.
And that starts with a booming kickoff. Give them as long a field as possible before they can get that makeable field goal. From there, your defense, well, it's just got to rise to the occasion here in the last couple snaps of this game.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And it goes for a touchback, so time enough for 1, maybe 2 final plays here.
At their own 35-yard line.
2 Field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Stafford from the gun. Completed left side to Smith. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Now with just 10 seconds left in our game, we've got a timeout.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Second and 3 now. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. It's got Smith again. He's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. And a timeout's called. We'll have likely just a final play. Only 6 seconds remaining in this one. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Stafford. This is for the ball game. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play. And after winning in 2002 and again in 2020, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Super Bowl champions once again. This is what we all hope every year when we get to this point, Brock. We hope for the drama. We hope that the game lives up to the big stage that it was played on. Close at the end. Really just 1 or 2 moments in there that decided who was going to be the team waiting to receive the trophy.